Hi, my name is Kate Maven, and I'd like to teach people how to write the way we think, and then how to make it readable so that everyone understands the point that you're making. But that's really not easy, is it? I've been teaching English for more than 30 years, and for more than 30 years, my students have been struggling with how to write a good paragraph. How are you taught to write a paragraph? If you're like me, you were taught choose a topic, brainstorm, make an outline, write a thesis, write the body, and write a conclusion. There are three problems with trying to write a good paragraph. Problem number one is, what happens to our brains when we try to organize before we write? I don't know about you, but my brain goes blank. The second problem is that thinking is messy. In my brain, I can have all kinds of ideas. If I want to tell you about chocolate, I immediately think of thousands and thousands of ideas connected to chocolate. It's very hard for me to focus on one specific thing to tell you about chocolate. And the thing is that in our brain, this doesn't matter because our brains are super processors. In fact, our brains are like the worst organized filing system in the world, but it doesn't really matter because you can always find what you need. The reason for that is that our brain contains about 100 trillion neural connections. That's about 1,000 times the number of stars in our galaxy. Not only that, but our brain is capable of moving 20 million billion bits of information around every second. And in case you're wondering, that's 20,000,000, a lot of 0 bits. So no matter how messy our thinking is, we can always make sense of our ideas while they're in our brains. The third problem is that reading can't be messy. I call this problem Chocolate Beach. Stay with me and you'll see what I mean. So my first thought might be, I love chocolate. But as soon as I think of chocolate, I think I also love chocolate ice cream. And then when I think of ice cream, I realize that I mostly eat ice cream in the summer. And when I think about summer, my favorite thing to do in the summer, though, is wading. And when I think about wading, I immediately think about North Bay, which is a city in the north part of Ontario, Canada. And as soon as I think about North Bay, I remember wading along the beach in North Bay. So in just 6 short steps, I've gone from chocolate to beach. This isn't good if my goal is to say something to people about chocolate. Reading can't be this messy. So the course that I want to teach, this is what you'll learn. I'll start by something similar to what you've just seen, the wrong way to write, the way we all learn, which was organize before you write. Then I'll explain a little bit more about Chocolate Beach, the difference between thinking and reading. And I'll also teach a little bit about how to read like a detective. The next thing we'll look at is natural brainstorming, the right way to brainstorm to avoid linear thinking. Then we'll move on to narrowing a topic. We'll look at how specific should you be, and I'll give you 2 graphic ways to narrow your topic. The next lesson will be natural brainstorming part 2 and why you need a second brainstorm. Next, we'll move to the secret way to write a paragraph. I'm sorry, the only thing you'll manifest is a great paragraph. Then I will look at exactly what is a paragraph, what are the components of a good paragraph, and how a good paragraph contains links in a chain. We'll move on to getting organized, and I'll teach you some ways to organize your sentences. We'll look at topic sentences and conclusions. I'll explain the difference between a topic and a thesis, and I'll also look at just what is a conclusion. Finally, we'll review the steps, and we'll do some revision exercises. I'll also explain a little bit more about how this applies specifically to business English. I think that we should write and teach writing the natural way, the way our brain thinks. So I'm going to help people learn how to write a good paragraph, but I want to emphasize that this technique works just as well for essays and for business writing as well. So that's it basically. That's what I want to offer in this course. I've been teaching this in person for more than 30 years, but because of COVID, I've been forced to start teaching online. And as soon as I realized that I would have to teach this course online, I thought I should offer it to more than just the 17 or 18 people that I normally have in my class. The problem is that the platforms for teaching courses like this online start at about $500 a year, and I simply don't have $500. I'm an English as a second language instructor. I teach newcomers how to speak English and how to write in English. But even though this is a wonderful job, it doesn't pay well enough for me to be able to afford $500 for an online course. So if you can, please consider helping me reach my goal of $500 so that I can offer this program to the world. Thanks for your time, and thanks for your support.